we've got this wonderful battle between Rohit Sharma, who's not there at the moment. At the moment, it's all about Shikhar Dhawan, KL Rahul. They're both playing in this game, but only one will make it into that 11 when Rohit Sharma comes back. First, let's hear from the captain, then we'll hear from our experts.
Look, these things happen in cricket. Someone gets injured and another guy comes in and grabs his opportunities and starts playing really well. So I think it all boils down to who's batting well at that particular moment, because you want to go into a tournament or a series with the strongest 11 you can think of or you can compile. So look, Shikhar has been unfortunate in terms of injuries and he's been an experienced player, but that's the dynamic of how teams work. There are 15 guys in the squad and not everyone is going to be able to play because of reasons all the time.
Yeah, you talk about happy headaches. It's one of those. Not giving too much away, Virat Kohli, but nonetheless, he's fully aware. He's not shying away.
Yeah, but deep down, I think he will know, won't he, who his two favourite openers are, who his two preferred openers are. I think on current form, it's Rohit Sharma and
KL Rahul.
And KL Rahul. Shikhar Dhawan had a fantastic 2018 though. I love writing off Shikhar Dhawan because that means there's a great innings round the corner. So I'm looking forward to seeing a fabulous innings.
Does that mean today? Have we written him off today?
Listen, when Shikhar bats well, you watch the game, right? When Shikhar is batting and he's batting well, you don't go away anywhere. He gets that cover drive up front, he gets that pickup shot on the onside, then you're watching. So if he's batting well, that's great for India. At the moment, I suspect he's number 3 on the pecking order. But he's got, as we discussed the other day, 10-12 games at least in the IPL after this to come back and get runs. But Rahul just looks a very dynamic T20 player.
Well, dynamic is one word, consistent probably another. If we have a look at these numbers, Harsha mentioned 2018, which was magical for Shikhar Dhawan in T20 internationals. Now let's come to 2019, which has just ended a few days ago, and have a look at the difference between the two. You can look at strike rates, you can look at averages. It's completely skewed towards KL Rahul. Shikhar Dhawan's played more games, 12 innings of total, less runs. So, I mean, just the numbers are...
Also, I guess when you get to Shikhar's age, do we look at the numbers little more carefully?
I think in cricket now we've moved past that age factor. I think what really matters is what is expected of you, and are you there to deliver. And I think if you are in Shikhar's position right now, the call which you have to make is the whole world is talking about it. Everyone knows, and in cricket or any sport, when the competition is always going to be there. It's just about proving yourself and keeping that spot. So you have to look at it that way. You have to know that okay, this is what I'm up against. And usually what I've seen in teams, players pick the spots. And when you're talking about players picking the spots, you're talking about performances. You cement. There is no other way of cementing your place. I mean, you're talking about Rohit Sharma's and Jasprit Bumrah's and Virat Kohli's of the world. It's about coming up with those performances, and that's how you cement the place. So I think for both these players, the opportunities are there, and both these players equally know that what they have to do to make sure that when that call is going to be taken, they're there with the numbers and the claim for that spot.
And the last few times I've met Shikhar Dhawan, you don't get to meet that often. There's certain philosopher's air about him. He's looking much calmer. I think when you've gone through so many ups and downs in life, you don't worry. Much like the Rohit interview the other day, Rohit Sharma's interview saying, I've stopped worrying about test match cricket. No surprise at all that the moment he stopped worrying, he started scoring runs. So I get the feeling Shikhar is in that place. I don't think he's worrying too much, which is a good sign.
But knowing that side of Shikhar, if you were to have a look at these numbers, if you were to literally put them in front of him saying, look at your last 10 limited overs innings, and we are talking about innings across T20 internationals and ODIs, and if he sees this split as well, he will sort of react and say, work to be done.
Also at the top, the way T20 is played these days, unless you're playing a 130-140 game, which is rare, you can't have a 31 of 27 or a 41 of 40. That's the only thing. He needs to get moving.
Also, if you look down that list, there's not a single highlight. We've only highlighted scores in excess of 50. Not a single highlight in Shikhar's column. So,
all the more reason to get pleasantly surprised today.
Exactly.
Well, I think, see, you always have to look at it in this manner where you just have to stick to your strength. I think, the mistake any of these players can do is that, the one who is putting up the numbers saying that, okay, I have put enough numbers and let me just relax. And the other guy saying that, okay, I have to match the other's numbers, and then actually moving away from one's strength. So I think, that's the approach one shouldn't take. So I think even if Shikhar wants to claim his spot back, you have to keep reminding himself that he has to keep reminding himself that he has to stick to his strengths. The formula of scoring runs, or formula of coming up with performances, and that mindset, that mind, that focus, that zone which you speak about, is different for each and every individual. And you start faltering when you actually move away from that. So I think, for both these players, for KL Rahul, it's about going out there, making sure that the opportunity which he's got, continue with a similar kind of mindset what helped him put up these numbers, and for Shikhar not to really worry about these numbers and stick to his strength, and the runs are going to follow, because you're always one innings away from a good form.